Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, y'all. How is everybody feeling? Let me give you guys just a moment to ride on it. And also give me a moment to share this out to a few people, if you will. In the meantime, between time, say hello, hello, hello. As I'm going to bring you guys to meet my amazing guest. Oh my gosh, she is so wonderful, and her name literally it matches who she is. Let's just say that. Okay. So give me 1 second, guys. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Let me go ahead and figure out how to do this. Cause look, One moment, y'all. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Oh gosh, share this thing. Where is this thing? Okay.
It's on Facebook on your page. So I just think.
All right, here we go. Hey guys, come on in, y'all. Welcome. Make sure you share this live for us, please. Because we're going to be talking about visibility, all right? Because guess what? Everybody want to be seen in some kind of way, but you don't know how to show yourself. Maybe that's the word. Maybe you just don't know how to show yourself. But our guest today is a professional at that. She knows exactly what you need to do to get your mind right and keep your visibility going on, to say the right things that you need to say, to do the right things that you need to do. Let me go ahead and share it. I finally figured it out. I love y'all. Thank you for y'all patience. Let's go. Hey, come on, y'all. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. All right. So, Glendora.
What up, though?
What up, though? Let me get and tag everyone in this just to make sure that you guys are on deck. So y'all say, how come you didn't tell me, coach? All that, I don't want to hear it. All right, now I just hit everybody. I hit everybody, okay? Yes. All right. Glendora, welcome, boo.
Yay!
So, Glendora, before we go ahead and begin with this amazing lesson that you're going to be sharing with everybody today, especially about visibility, right? Because visibility is extremely important. You know, if you're in business and you're not visible, then it's more than likely that you're not making no money. I'm just going to keep it 100, right?
Right.
Truth is truth. What's real is real. You know, I don't want to fight about it, but I do want to keep it 100 about it. Okay, that's what I do want to do. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get our interview in. I was trying to get all of the lights together and all that other stuff, but look, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and rock on out. So, let me introduce my amazing guest, Glendora. So Glendora, obviously, as I already said to you guys 1,000 times, that she helps with visibility, right? But, you know, there's a method to the madness. When it comes to being visible, it's not just something that you just do. You know what I mean? There's a structure that has to happen. You don't just show up and then everything is all gravy. You don't go like that. Okay? So we want to definitely share with you today the right way to do what you need to do in order to be visible. So, Glendora, why don't you go ahead and share with our guests today a little bit about yourself. A lot of brag on yourself a little bit, brush your shoulders off. I'm cool with it, you know. And what brought you to this space? So let's start with telling them who you are and what it is that you do. How do you help? How do you serve?
Okay. Awesome. First of all, I want to say thank you again for having me. Thank you for reaching out and making this happen, because it do take a team to equal success. So we have
Yes.
to reach out to each other and actually show up. So I truly appreciate you, Takiyah, for having me on your show today.
I'm
I
gonna have
am.
you the way, girl.
Yes. And I love to be like, what up, though? What up, though? Hey, y'all. Hey, professional. Hey,
Yes.
professional. What up, though? Yeah, I am Glendora DVINE. I'm a licensed professional counselor, board certified in mental health. I am the best business coach to us, mental health clinicians. I am. That's who I like to coach, who I love to coach. Therapists just like me who are looking to build, scale, and grow in their private practice. I am an international speaker and international author. I am all day. And I love to be in a situation where I can actually help others because I am a leader in mental health. So that's who I am. And what we're going to get into today is talking about showing up and being visible. So I have a system that I teach to therapists that come through my coaching program. It's called VCC, Visibility, Confidence, and Competence in Business. It's a straight system. So in order to
Repeat
make
that.
stuff
Repeat
happen,
that. Repeat that. That was smoking. Repeat that. Visibility.
okay, so they learn my system, which is called VCC, Visibility, Confidence, and Competence in Business. Let me go ahead and apologize for being in this car right now, y'all. This is my birthday weekend, so with every weekend in October is my birthday weekend. Thanks for my birthday. So
Yeah.
this is what 51 look like on me. So
Well,
I am on my way out of town right now. So and I still decided to show up, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. And the reason why is because I have a real business and it helps a lot of people. And in order for me to continue to do that, I have to show up, even in unpredictable moments like a car ride, right? So that's all about being visible, visible. Now, we made the topic of this show called How to Connect with the Power Players in your community. Basically, who are the power players in your community? If you're running a business, then it doesn't matter if you running a counseling agency or you running a t-shirt company. But
right.
it's like if you honestly decided to be an entrepreneur, then you have to understand that you are a salesperson 100% of the time.
All day.
100% of the time. So if you think about the Jehovah Witnesses for a moment, an idea say Jehovah Witnesses, and when you see them walking down and up and down your street, they always got a pamphlet. They're always ready, right? You have to be just as ready as them all the time. Even when you meet one of them on your front door or coming up your driveway, you should be ready to give them something about your business like they giving you something about theirs.
That's right.
Same time, man, same time. That's about being visible. So let's look at who are the power players in your community. A lot of times we are out here trying to make these moves as entrepreneurs and business owners. What we do, we miss the mark. We miss the mark by actually connecting with the right people. One of the things I truly believe and I truly teach is that when you are out here networking, you have to do that intentional. So it's a lot of times you'll walk into a room and everybody is passing out cards and smiling in your face, but you honestly need to reevaluate who you are allowing to get your card and why are you taking all these people cards. So when I start to go into a room, the first thing I want to do is pay attention to who created this event, who put this together,
Right.
because that's a power player in the community, and
Right.
that is who I need to know, not everybody that actually showed up.
Right.
That's what I wanted to challenge with you with today is to start making sure that when you walk into a room, a networking mixer, that you pay attention to who put it together and understand that that person is the power player. That's who you need to get connected with. Now you can take all those cars if you want to. You can
Right.
take them all, but you're gonna do the same thing that they're gonna do with your card. Trash it.
Oh
Is
my
it that's what you're gonna do.
God.
So and then I know we're doing the digital cars now. Glory. We doing the digital cars, so you don't have to carry those plastic cards.
Paper
But
cars, no.
again, you're gonna take one day and start deleting all that out your phone because you're not going back to review or use those. So stop
Yeah.
taking all that information and start taking information that is really going to actually be your net worth, not
Right.
just networking. Okay,
That's
network intentional. So power players, I'm gonna give you like two
hold
places where
on,
you can
hold on,
find.
hold on, hold on, hold on. You don't get to just go through everything without us here. She trying me up now. I don't like that. When you see my finger go up,
I
that go
didn't put
up.
my phone in
Oh
disturb.
Lord.
Okay,
All right.
okay,
So
okay.
let first of all, what even drew you into this lane? What even made you want to get invisibility? Or what was your struggle that made you say visibility is important? I gotta get this together, because a lot of times we're ready to teach the world and tell them about everything that we do and how we do it, but we never tell them how we got there. What inspired us to do that? What was the turning point in our own lives that made us become this being and activate that divine being within us in order to really take charge and help other people take charge of their lives as well? So what was that turnaround? What was that brought you to the whole
So
visibility?
I am a server. I always been a server. I always was the one to try to help other people. When I graduated from college with my counseling degree, we had a party, and my husband did a toast, and he said, "Now she finally can get paid for being in people business," because that was me. I was always in somebody's business trying to help them. And then it went on from there. Once I became a therapist, I started working for other people because that's what they use it. That's what they teach us when we come up out of school. We do it for the experience, and then you kind of get caught up in it. But what was happening was after I was gaining my experience, I was also learning the business, and the business was people was crooked and they were dirty, and it was time for my payday, and I would get that check and go to the bank, and the bank would tell me that there's no money in there to cash that check. And I
Oh,
knew that my husband seen me leave the house at old dark 30 and come home at old dark 30, and I just could not continue to go home and tell him, yeah, they didn't cash that check again. Because again, I say what up though for a reason. I am from Detroit, and he is too. And I really wasn't trying to let our thoughts related to Detroit or how we grew up be evident and how we are moving in Georgia. So with that being said, I had to take matters into my own hands and start to literally take control of my own life. And really that meant I needed to work for myself. Something that he already had told me to do that I wasn't doing. But again, for me to go home for the third time and tell him that my paycheck that I was getting once a month wasn't about to be got no more, yeah, I couldn't do that. I had to figure out something else to go in the house and tell him
yeah.
so we can move forward and not catch no cases. Real
Hey,
talk.
I know that's right.
And
So I
that's
got
when
this
I
in
started, and that's
control,
the
right?
entrepreneurship and reality of, you're a business owner, you always selling, you always in a position to sell. So how can I get out here and be visible where I'm actually selling, and I'm selling to the right people, or I'm around people that in powerful positions that can say, hey, come here and do this for me, or let me pay you. That's what happened.
Decisions. That's what it is. You know what? You have to make a decision that when I get in this room, I'm going to connect with the right people. And if you put it in your mind, you'll literally end up being approached by the big players, by the people,
Yes.
because it'll be something about your energy that they will notice, and they'll be people are drawn to me. I don't literally go looking for people. I attend the event, and people are, who is that? Who is who is she? She gotta be. And sometimes I go to meetings and the CEOs think that I'm already a part of whatever they're doing, and I don't be. It'll be like I'm a spectator, just like everybody else. Let me see what this is about. But I always get confronted. That's why your energy is everything too when it comes to visibility, guys. Because when you don't have a positive vibe, or you don't have a vibe that emanates like this love, this golden light, this something about you. When you got all of that greatness inside of you, you got all of that power, you got all of that, the words to say, and you keep it to yourself, or you just try not to shine. Well, I don't want to be seen. The moment you say you don't want to be seen, you just made yourself seen, because that's the way that your subconscious mind works. So now everything that you thought about yourself was going to be noticed. Oh God, I got a hole in my shirt. Oh, my shoes ain't right. Everybody going to notice just that, because that's what you gave your attention to. But when you know who you are, guess what? I walk in the building with a hole in my shirt and still exude this amazing confidence that nobody even notices the hole in my shirt, my pants, or anything else. Because being visible, it's about the energy that you carry. Am I correct with that, Glendora?
Yeah, so you definitely want to make sure that you show up with the right energy, and the energy is that you are excited, you are, ready to you ready to show them something. And because the reality of it is, if you walk into the room and you're humdrum, Don't nobody want to be around that. No, it's enough of that out here
Right.
already. So you have to be excited about what you're selling. Remember, you're selling yourself. So when I walk up into a room and I'm saying I am the best mental health leader in this community, I'm serious about that. Try me, check me, boo. Try it. Try it. I dare
Right.
you. Because even if you do bring me somebody else and say, well, she's a mental health leader too, and she did X, Y, and Z, that's great. That's awesome. And I'm happy for her. I'm going to root for her. I'm going to see how me and her can connect together. But what
Right.
I ain't going to do is feel like she's over me or she got something on me, because that's
Yep.
a lie. So yeah, the energy is definitely a real big point of being visible when you are out here promoting yourself. Because again, you're selling yourself, and if you come around somebody and you say, "Hey, I got this," but you really ain't got to get it, they not going to get it. But if you
Right.
show up and you be consistent in how you showing up, then yeah, definitely people gonna say, "Let me get some of that. Let me get it. Let me get
Yep.
it." And you can have it.
Yep.
You can have it.
Because
Yes,
now they want to get to know you, right? Now they want to get to know. Oh, she's consistent, or he's consistent. You know, I work with men and women. I'm not just a women's coach because I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I probably should have been a dude. You know, and I think the fact that my mother wanted a boy instead of a girl, that I end up with a lot of masculine energy, and I think that's what my
that's all right. That's all right.
I,
That's funny you saying that, because I was actually raised by my father, and I have two brothers. So it was me and my two brothers and my dad. So I don't claim masculine energy. I just say I'm very confident, and I ain't scared.
how about that? I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Wow, look now. Okay. Which brings me to fear, guys. False evidence appearing real. That's a lot of the reason why most of y'all won't go visible and won't show up is because you're afraid of what people gonna think about you. You think somebody gonna say, "Oh, she ain't this or he ain't that," or "Why she look like this? If this is that and that is that." But my question to you is, why the hell do you care? Why do you care about what anybody else think? Your job is to show up, be authentically you, and literally be that version of yourself so that people can see you as the version of yourself that you see yourself as. Too often you see yourself under as the underdog, which is why you don't take action on the top dog opportunities, because you only see yourself underneath here. You see yourself here. How long you gonna keep seeing yourself right there and expect to get a higher result? You're not. That's why I changed the acronym. It's false evidence appearing real. For me, I say face everything and rule. Face everything of that fear that comes, bump that. Face it and rule. Guess what? Yep, right while I'm afraid, I'm about to push that button anyway and go live. Right while I'm afraid, I'm about to walk in this building and speak to these people. Right while I'm afraid, I'm already going to set my intention to connect with at least 10 people who are empowered that I can work with, and I can give them something, and they can also give something to me. Right, Glendora?
That's right. And it's great that you actually said that, because if you notice, I got a new hair color, and it is shocking the shit out of a lot of people. It is. And I even had somebody reach out to me and say, "Hey, what's going on? Is anything drastic happening in your life?" Yeah, I'm living. I'm living my best life, and
Right,
I'm not a follower. So I'm doing what
right.
I want to do, and I'm not scared about it. It was I ain't gonna lie. After the hair color got done, it shocked the shit out of me a couple times. But still,
All
I'm
right.
still gonna go live. I'm still gonna show up. I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do, because it doesn't matter. Don't nobody out there that see me buy my toilet paper or my toothpaste. And the ones that do, they with it. So they with what I
So,
got going on. I'm good. I'm great. This is what I wanted to do. And I don't want to be like everybody else. My name is Glendora Divine. Show me
hey,
another one. Show me another one.
hey.
I'm not supposed to be like everybody else. So I could rock this hair color. I could, you could do what you want to do, because the one thing I always tell people, when you walk around here talking about, well, I'm scared, even when it comes to my coaching business, right? And they get down to the point, they hear the price, and they go, well, yeah, I'm just a little scared. That's a lot of money, whatever. Let me tell you, ain't nothing to fear. It is such a hypocrisy for you to
Yeah.
say you believe in a higher power like God, the Lord. It's such
Whatever
you
your,
can't
your
say that and then say I am in fear of anything. If you can't do that, you either gonna do one or you gonna do the other.
yeah.
So you gotta make a decision and choose right, right? Because if you believe in a higher power, ain't nothing finna come negative to you. You know, even if you feel like it's negative, it's a positive for real, for real. This was meant to happen for that point and purpose.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of times we got to get out of our flesh and get away from these man-made as ideas and terms and stick to our higher power.
Yes.
That's my truth. When I think of fear, that's why I say, hey, I ain't scared because I know who I belong to, and I truly believe that. So scared
Yes.
of what?
Exactly. That be my thing too. I always say, like, you know what? The only thing you need to be scared of is being scared itself. Just like they say, the only thing you need to fear is fear itself. Why? Because at the end of the day, guys, you still make a decision. If you do it while you're scared or do it while you're fearful, guess what happens? You end up on the other side of something that's so glorious. You end up walking past this thing that was stopping you, hindering you, ending up walking into, I can't even, avalanches of blessings, of opportunities, and things like that line up with who you're choosing to be. But you keep showing up as the old version of yourself and still trying to get the results as the new version. Instead of realizing that your self image that you have of yourself, that's the version that has to come forward. It's not always about just visualizing who you are. Let's go a little bit deeper. 2 seconds down. Let's just go a little bit deeper, right? It's not always about who you are. I mean, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I got this straight. Okay. It's not always about dang, I lost my train of thought. Wait a minute, it's coming back to me. It's not always about, yes, it's not always about visualizing. Visualization is a very important part. But the thing is, what you visualize, you also have to feel it inside of you in order for it to actualize. So if I believe that I'm the underdog, I'm going to always make decisions as the underdog because that's who I believe I am. That's the self image that I have of myself. But if I see myself as the top dog, even when I'm not the top dog, right? Chances are I'm going to become the top dog because I already feeling gets the blessing. I see it, but I feel like I'm the top dog. I walk in the building like I'm the top dog. I push the button and go live like I'm the top dog. Hair on, hair off, dirty collar, clean collar. It don't matter. It's the message that I bring to you that's important. It ain't about what I have on. It's what I have in my mind that you need. It's what I feel in my heart that you need. All of these things, it's the same thing for what Glendora is sharing with you. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you don't believe that you are it, then why should I watch you? Why should I pay attention? Let's talk about that, Glendora. Why should they
Well,
pay attention to you? Go
well,
ahead.
you know, to piggyback off of what you just said, first thing is show up ready. Don't show up ready. If you want to really want somebody to listen to you, then you got to show up already ready. So, so let me tell you about this part. It's about demonstrating active faith. A lot of people say faith, just have faith, pray, it's gonna be okay. But you got to go further than that. So when you're saying visualize it and actual, and then it become actuality, it's because again you're gonna end up doing things that demonstrate that you already is the top dog. You're gonna be moving as if you are the top. So you're not gonna show up with the dirty collar. You're gonna show up clean. You're gonna
Yeah,
show up with your earrings on. You're gonna show up
yeah,
with your hair combed because you actually is demonstrating what a top dog would do. You see,
yeah.
so you got to show up if you're serious about your business, and you want people
Yes.
to take you serious when you walk into the room, when you go on live. Then you got to show up like you're ready. Show up like you are already that top dog, and they will see that. They will hear that in your energy. The worst thing you can do if you want people to take you serious is show up on your live in your bed.
Mm.
Show up on your live in the dark room.
Uh-huh.
That's some shit you would never see me do. And it's because I don't even like looking at nobody that's doing that already, first of all. Because you ain't got
Right.
nothing to tell me while you laying on your ass. You don't. And so in order for me to hear you, then you gotta look like you somebody that I need to see and hear.
That's the truth.
So yeah, so you gotta make sure that you are really, and again, practice make perfect. If you practicing laying on your behind, pushing that button, then you practicing staying out of the limelight. You're practicing not being visible. You're practicing people scrolling by you, looking over you, and not inviting you to the table.
That's
But
true.
when you show up when you're ready, well, like you're ready, and you continue to show up like that, when you go out in the public in the community and you meet people, they remember that's how you show up. And right?
Yes.
What you say? You have to be ready. Yeah, you have to. And see, when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So it's and that's that. You know, it sounds cliche, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Because when you honestly show up with your mindset as I am selling myself every time that I make a move on my business name. So I sell myself every time I make a move when I talk about mental health. It is what it is. I'm selling myself as a leader in mental health. That's how I'm going to approach you. That's how I want to be approached. And if that's not the way you see me, hey, you ain't for me. And I need to we need to part ways and keep it moving,
Yeah.
because that is the only way that you're going to know me. I know I'm working on my legacy right now. I know my work is going to speak for me. I know I'm going to make you say my name in the
Hey,
name
come
of
on
mental
now,
health,
Queen.
right? And it's
Yeah.
because of how I am doing it intentional. I'm serious about being visible. When you're being visible, you have to be intentional.
Yes.
Intentional. And that means that when you are meeting people, you are meeting people on purpose, not just because you are going to an event.
That's a fact right there. That
That
is a
makes
fact.
sense.
That's it. So I know you had two other things you wanted to share with us before I had cut you off, right? Like, no, Glendora, you don't get a chance to skip your story.
Because again, we're trying to get y'all to understand how to meet these power players, right? Because again, when you walk into a room, when you go into these events, you should not just be going there. You should not just be just showing up. One thing that you can do to find out where your power players are in your community is look at the government. Go ahead and Google your city government. So who are your commissioners? Who are your councilmen? Who is the mayor? Who are these people that's running your city right now? Um, can you hear me all right? It's like the road got kind of loud on me. Okay, so yeah, who are these people that you are literally voting for? And if you're voting, or who have already been voted in, who are they? These people are honestly holding. It's about to be the holidays. They're holding back to let's say I got some out there now. Charity events like for the underprivileged kids, for battered women. They're hosting stuff for breast cancer awareness. It's so many things these people are doing. Who are those people? Those are power players.
Yes.
Power players. Get to know those people. Okay. Another place that you can find a power player is at these schools. All these kids are going to school. Who is on the school board? Who are those people? Those are power players. Get to know those people. When you see when they're holding events, when they do back to school events, book drives, y'all show up and volunteer. A lot of times, in order to meet a power player, you got to volunteer. And let me tell you, when you do volunteer, sometimes it's gonna cost you financially. You can
Yep.
donate $15, $20 to a campaign, to a fund. Stop holding on to your money. Scared money don't make no money. Get your name in these people's face by literally donating to their campaign. Don't bring in your book bags to the back to school book bag thing. Donate some book bags. Donate some pens. Go to Walmart. Go to Sam Clubs and just buy a little bulk of them and donate those in the name of your business, not in your own name, but in the
Right.
name of your business, in the name of what you're standing for. So when I
Yes.
show up not as Glendora. I show up in the name of mental health. I show up as Glendora Divine, licensed professional
Yes.
counselor. That's what you're going to remember, and that's the name that you're going to say by the time you need me. And that's what happened to me, and that's what I teach the ladies that come through my coaching program.
Yes, 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 yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. So share with me three things because of course I want people to work with you when it comes to visibility because you can give them the confidence that they need. We had a question where the question was, how do you be confident when you've been put down?
So easily, for one, that was their problem. That's what they saw. That's not what God put inside of you. That's not who you
Ooh.
are. They put me down too. Somebody just told me that they ain't like my hair. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. It don't matter. Like I said, you are responsible for your own toilet paper. You are responsible for your own toothpaste. So
Yes.
don't worry about it because you ain't got no business putting your own self down. And when they start to put you down, one lady told me, "Oh, Glendora, I'm gonna buy tickets to your event." And then my event came and went. Next time she seen me, she gonna say, "Oh, Glendora, I owe you a ticket for your event." How the hell you owe me a ticket to my event when you didn't even come and the event is over?
Oh
No,
wow.
ma'am. No,
Wow.
ma'am. You don't owe me nothing. You just
Right.
show me who you are. See,
Right.
people start, so when they put you down, they're just showing you who they are. They're not for you. They're not on your team, and you're supposed to come in contact with them. And sometimes it be your own family and friends, babe. It's okay though. You just know that they can't go where you're going with what you got going on. You can still talk to them about the shooting the shit and the collard greens that are still cooking on the stove and when they're gonna get done. But then when they're talking about you elevating and putting and helping others and serving, that's not the people to talk to. And when you stop socializing, put yourself around them when you handling your business,
Yep.
God will do amazing things for you because you are in aligning yourself with the right people. You will be invited to the right tables, to the tables where they're not going to put you down. And literally, sometimes you have to invest in masterminds and to be around people because those type of people who lift you up for real, they pay. They pay to be around other people that is that circle. That circle is not free.
That's
So
truth.
be mindful
That
of
is
that. It's not free. You're going to have to invest some type of financial to be around the right people because people who like to invest financially in themselves, they are they are on a hunt to literally be around other people so they can keep going and going. And those normally are not people who put you down, who put you down, or just don't believe in you. Period. They usually only want you to spend money. They want you to just be around them. She said, "How do I know if my brand is easy to understand? Do a poll. Ask somebody. Ask them what they say. Tell
yes.
somebody do a free poll. Go put it out there on Facebook and say, hey, y'all answer this. What do y'all think I do? Is it clear?
Yep.
Then take it to somebody in the streets and say, go to a networking event. Explain what you do and say, hey, now was that clear? Do you have any questions? Be for real. Talk to me. It's so important to be who you truly are and talk to. Stop smiling in these people's faces and taking their cars.
Yep.
Put their asses on the spot. Make an instant survey at a next mixer. Go there intentionally. I'm going there intentionally just to ask 10 people. I'm gonna say what I do and say if they get what I got. Or do I need to go? What can I do to do it better? What can I do to explain myself better? That's what you
I
should
know
do. You got to survey it.
yep. It's true. I have a couple things that I could give you guys on visibility, not really visibility, but is your brand easy to understand? That question about your brand being, how do I know if my brand is if people are getting it? And it requires consistency. That's the first thing, right? Because the more consistent you are, the more people will understand your brand. That's the first thing, right? So, in other words, it's like your brand literally needs this story to tell. Like your brand should literally tell a story. So, it's almost like this checklist, right? That should help you to determine whether or not you've developed a brand that people are liking or attracted to, or maybe you might need to tweak it to a few things, right? So the first thing that I did with my clients, now I'm not a visibility coach, however, I do help my clients exude massive confidence so that they can meet and exceed their income goals. All right. So this is not my lane. Like Glendora, you guys gonna hire Glendora for visibility. You're gonna hire me to get your money mindset right, and in the process, you will have the confidence that you need to be visible. But you need Glendora. All right. So I'll just share with you guys a couple things. The first thing that you want to do to make sure that your message is coming across right, or your brand is coming across right, is to literally ask, am I even connected to my values? Are you connected to your values? Are you literally, saying the things and doing the things that are really in alignment with your message or your mission, so to speak, right? The next question you need to ask yourself is, do I know who I want to connect with? Who are you talking to? That's one of the reasons. That's another reason why your business might be struggling. You're talking to 30,000 different people about 30,000 different things, and nobody don't know what to come to you for, right? So it's imperative that you ask yourself, do I have a clear message with what I'm sharing? Is my message, does it make sense? And as Glendora said, ask people, like, look, what do I do? One time I did that. I said, what is it that you guys think that I do? And I got all different kinds of things. I got, oh, you a motivational leader. Oh, and I hate that word. Do not call me no motivational leader. I am not here for your motivation. I'm here for your transformation. In the process, you will be motivated, but I am not your cheerleader. I will cheer you on, but I'm not your cheerleader. I'm going to come and bring you the correctness and the realness of what's necessary in order for you to exceed and excel. All right. That's what I'm going to do. Right. Then you also want to check on the origin of your story, right? Does the story that you tell about your business, your brand, and things like that, does it even support your core message, right? The core message. So it's not that you can't display different things about yourself when it comes, like maybe you like to eat, maybe you're vegan, all right? Maybe you want to post something about, being vegan. Does it still go back to the core message of self-love, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, you get what I'm saying, guys? All right. And so just two more things that I could think of off the top of my head is to ask yourself, how clearly have I articulated the promise when it comes to your business, and you're putting your stuff out there to the world for people to come and work with you and coach with you and be a part of your events and your consulting and whatever it is that you have going on. Buy your book, buy your course, whatever it might be, right? Your questions, have I articulated it clearly? Have I articulated the promise of my business, of what they're going to get out of what it is that I'm sharing with them? Am I delivering, right? Ask yourself. If you go back over your courses, your posts, and things like that, ask yourself, what would I think of this? Like, if I wasn't me, what would I say to me if I saw this on somebody's feed? How would it affect me? And think about that, and ask other people. So, what did you think about this message today? What do you think about whatever, right? And the last thing, again, as I said, is everything else is consistent with the first 4 things that I gave to you, right? Making sure that your brand is aesthetic, and also making sure that you provide amazing customer service, right? Or client service or whatever. Are you even talking to your people? They watched you live. You saw, that they left a comment, but you said nothing to them after that, right? So that's a whole nother story, all right? But I just wanted to give you guys that little bit. Like I said, I am not Glendora, but I can help you out. I can help you out in some areas, but, hire the professional, okay? That's all I'm saying. All right. I could scoot you a little bit, but I ain't got you the way Glendora got you. Okay. So you know what I mean? So Glendora, what do you think about what I shared with them today? Was that something that they should really pay attention to, right?
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that I do right now, I have a challenge that's open. I only coach therapists, mental health professionals, and I have one open right now for them to register. And it's called the Bio Challenge. And what it do is I help you write your bio in 47 words or less. And the whole point of that is because once we finish, it's going to niche down, and you're going to really speak about who you serve and how you serve. And what's going to happen with that, hey Lisa, what's going to happen with that is that you're going to honestly start to manifest your ideal clients to you, and then you're going to have the private practice that you truly desire. And that's really what building, scaling, and growing is all about, is making sure that you have a place where you love to go to work. My birthday was on October 11th, and I literally seen clients all week on my birthday, the day before, the day after. And the reason why is because I love all the clients that I see. And even in the clients, when I wasn't seeing my clients, I was still talking to the people that I coach. Why? Because I love what I do. I manifested the right ideal people to come to me because I am clear about who I serve and how I serve. And that's
Yeah.
so if you are a mental health clinician and you are seeking, for coaching, mentorship, if you really are serious and you're an action taker, then yes, come on out and make sure you register to one of my challenges. We'll put the links in here in the comments before we get up out of here.
Definitely. So you're gonna put do you actually have a link for the group and for the program and everything already? Glendora, can you hear me? Hello? Uh-oh. I think I lost her, but there she go. There she go.
Yes, I will put it in. I'll put it in there. I can try to do it. I ain't on the computer. I
All
will put
right.
it in there and in the comments once we hang up. And if you are a mental health clinician only, because I am clear about who I work with. If you are a mental health clinician and you are seeking, support, and you want to honestly be around action takers and masterminds and learn how to speak about who you serve and how you serve, listen, join the bio challenge. That's what it's called, the bio challenge. Because we're going to write that biography in 47 words or less. Then I'm going to show you how to use it to make sure that you are visible in these internet streets and in your community.
Yes. Y'all see why I'm saying you got how you gonna do it? Because look, all right. I got enough on my plate now. Though you have an amazing course out. Tell me a little bit about the course that you have. I'm excited about the challenge, but I know for a fact because we work with the same superstar, Miss Cat Dunn. Hey, shout out to Cat Dunn, KTCB. So share with me a little bit about the course that you have for clinicians, literally.
So my course is a part of the coaching program. It's a 6-month coaching program, and it's a 5-week course. And this is going to get you from the beginning of how to start your private practice. Everything that I show you in this is using telemental health, and it's really going to go over the research about telemental health. I'm going to show you how to start doing credentialing on your own for insurance company, set yourself up for self-pay. I'm going to show you my 3 prime marketing ways. That's just in the course, but it's a 6-month long program. I'm serious about you understanding how to create passive income and
Mm,
literally set yourself out there as a leader using my system, which is proven, which is called VCC, Visibility, Confidence, and Competence. I'm going to show you how to literally use this system to actually become a leader in your community, to actually grow your business, scale your business, and shine, baby, shine as a mental health
right.
leader.
So all you mental health professionals, listen, okay? To the left, to the left. I don't know if it's to the left on the camera or to the right on the camera, but you go that way. Yeah, right there. Talk to her, okay?
Thank you, Sabine. Thank you, Sabine. Thank you, Sabine. Thank you, Rosetta. I see you too, girl. Thanks, girl.
Oh, of course, I wouldn't have it any other way. One thing I know is that when I see somebody else's light, I want to share that light. Because guess what? Can you shine bright by yourself? Of course you can. But don't you shine brighter when you shine with others? Then you really think everybody just be gleaming. That's what I look for. I want
Yes,
I want everybody on my side just sparkling. But that's my
yes.
So what I do is I bring on sparklers, people who are not afraid to shine their light, because I'm definitely not afraid to shine my light. All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
And I chose her today. So guys, listen,
Thank
when
you.
off on off here, she is going to be putting in the comments for you guys. Thank you, Sabine. Sabine says Glendora Divine is the truth, and I am a living witness. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
And she is. She really is. She is amazing. And I can't wait to participate in some of the events that she's doing out in Atlanta.
Thank you.
Man, listen, I'm in New Jersey right now, rocking out, doing some events. And you know, all of that wonderful stuff. Then we got to hit New York. Then we got to hit Miami. Then we got to hit Orlando. Then we got, guess what? And you think I'm not going to have Glendora on my arm? Like, come on, girl.
Yes.
Oh, girl.
Yes. Yes.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Because that's what
Let me
it's
say
about.
this last thing about visibility. Y'all keep in mind that the tips that I already gave out, but this is a real big one. If you say something, do it. Let
Yeah.
your mouth be bond. Okay. So do not be out here saying, oh, I'm going to do this, or I will do this, or I'm
And you
thinking about doing this. Listen, if you say you're going to do it,
do
you
it.
got to show up. You really have to show up, or just go ahead and take a deep breath and fix your mouth to say, I can't. But
Right.
that makes a big difference in who people see you as and who you
That's
turn
true.
out to be.
That's true.
Don't say stuff and then don't follow through,
Right.
because that really tells a lot about not only your character but
Character.
your business and where you headed in life. And you might think that you already made it, so you can go ahead and I can say, well, I'll be there, and then you don't show up.
Right.
Baby, you
Right.
cutting your stuff short.
You
Don't
are.
do that. Be
Yep.
about your word, because that's all you really got. Because your word's gonna follow your actions, and then that's gonna tell your story. Your word is bond.
That's right. Your word is your mind. So guess what, guys? That's all. Like she said, that's one of the things that you got. That's all you got, really, is your word. And so, guess at the end of the day, you need to stand on that. You gotta stand on the promises that God made to you, and you also need to stand on the promises that you made to yourself. Right? If they were given to you, and you have it in your mind to do it, there's a reason why you need to be there. There's a reason why you need to connect. There's a reason why you're being called to be in that environment, right? So be there, or be sorry you missed it when you see somebody else doing exactly what you wanted to do and becoming exactly who you wanted to be. You're going to be watching like, dang, when you could have just been there. Just be there. Show up for you. Show up for your children. Show up for your family, your friends, the people who literally don't say nothing to you, but they watching you because you chose to be visible. Where they're afraid at, you not. And when you stand up, you show other people what's possible for themselves. And that's what this is about. So, Glendora, thank you,
Thank
girl.
you for having me. And before I go, I just want to give one more plug,
Go
because if
ahead.
you're not a mental
Get whatever plugs you got, put them out.
Okay, so if you're not a mental health therapist, I still got you covered. I created an event. It's called Laugh Out Loud Therapy. It's a therapeutic workshop and a comedy show. And look, I know I am funny, but I am not a comedian. And the therapists that I hire to come and do their therapeutic workshops are not comedians also. But we do hire professional comedians, so you can make sure that you do laugh out loud, because I do believe that's the best medicine. Right now is the fall and we're going into the winter. And with that being said, a lot of people really do stress out more with anxiety and depression. This is a prime way for you to kick it and get over it and actually laugh out loud. Don't get stuck in it. And how you can do it is come to one of the Laugh Out Loud therapy events. The next one is going to be on November the 12th. And if you cannot come and you really believe this is a good thing, and you really believe that, we should be having therapeutic workshops plus comedy shows, and that people should go to them, and, it's all about healing, then donate a ticket. Donate a ticket, because I can always find somebody to come. And a lot of times they can't afford it. Okay, a lot of people are going through hard times. So if you could go ahead and just purchase a ticket anyway, and then shoot me a note and let me know, hey, I can't come, but I want it. You can do that on social media, or you just do it in my email. It doesn't matter, and allow me to shout you out and bless you. Because you're blessing somebody else. This was really done to try and help us get over and combat
Yes.
the the combat the depression and anxiety that a lot of people feel during the holidays. So I started this in August, and we're carrying it out to the end of the year. So make sure that you either sponsor somebody to come or show up and get it yourself. And I drop that link in the chat as well once we get off.
Right. So
Thank
guys,
you so much again. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having me. I truly, truly appreciate it. And you guys go back and remember what I said. Yeah, November 13th. November 13th. Thank you, Sabine. It's gonna be on a Sunday. It's gonna be on a Sunday. So make sure that you guys go back and listen to the tips I said. Implement them. Take action.
will you
Do
do
not.
them once a month? When will you do them once a month? Or like tell me what's your process with those?
So the goal was to really focus on the fall and the winter, because that's when counseling really turns up a lot. That's when a lot of people have time off from work. That's when the holidays come, and a lot of people start to realize that they miss their loved ones. The sun is not out as much, so the vitamin D is gone, and the sadness is high. So I'm really doing it to really focus on these months here. So November, definitely, we did it for October. It was awesome. We did it for September. It was outstanding. So I'm just trying to continue it on for November
At
at
least
this
once a month.
point. And like I say, once I take care of November, then I focus on uh, December. But right now, I just really want to make sure that we cover people
Because I'll
for
tell
the
you
month
that
of November.
I want to attend, but I know my schedule be crazy. Like, I'll be traveling and stuff like that. And I think November the 12th, I actually have an event in Atlanta as well.
It's 13th. It's the 13th. It's the Sunday. It's not on Saturday. It's on Sunday. It's the 13th
Well, I think it's
from 2 to 5.
a 3-day event. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's with
Okay.
Coach Doyle winning him. So I just gotta confirm the dates because I know we were contemplating some things and stuff like that. But if I can make it physically, I will come in November. If not, I'll plan for December to come and be a part.
Well, if you can't make it for November, then could you plan to just sponsor somebody else, please? Could you
Okay.
just buy one ticket and sponsor somebody else? Because, like I
Well,
said,
I'm
I
sorry
am
for
a,
me.
I'm a,
Because
I am
I'm sorry
a,
for me. Now y'all gonna show up for yourself because I'm always the one showing up for everybody else and making it easy. And then sometimes y'all don't even show up when I make it easy for you. So I'm gonna make it easy for myself. And I'm gonna be in the building. And I'm gonna tell you to make that same decision for yourself to decide that
right.
it's worth you investing in a couple dollars in your energy, in laughing and feeling good, in comedy. Guess what, guys? Stop thinking that everything gotta be so serious. It's not until you literally let go and let loose. You know what I mean? Let your feet foot loose a little bit. You know what I mean? Let your hair
You
down a
know,
little.
you know what? Here, it's under $50, right? And you can come see me as a therapist for
Heck
less than
no.
$175. Okay,
Yeah,
that's your first session. You can't go to no comedy show from a professional comedian for $50. You
yeah,
can't. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that it is affordable. It is something that the community can come to, because
yeah,
I really want to be asset in the community, because I am a leader in mental health. So that's
yeah.
the whole reason that I'm trying to find a way to give you therapy outside of therapy.
I like
And
that.
this is the way that we decided to do it.
That's amazing. Well, keep doing it, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
I definitely look. I ain't no comedian, but I could definitely get up there and talk some sense into them and still make them laugh. And still make them laugh. Yeah, so I'm down. I'm excited to support you and be there for you and with you and all that other wonderful stuff. And I will. And I will. That's what I will do. Is I will show up. All right. So I think that's it. You have any closing remarks that you want to share before we go, boo boo? That's
I'm
it.
good. I had a great time. I really had a great time. I enjoyed myself. Again, please go back and re-look at this again. Write down the tips that we gave out, and make sure that you guys, take heed, take action. When you get
Yes.
new information, don't sit on it.
That's the truth. Don't sit on it, because guess what? Your butt don't need it. You do. All right, guys. Thank you again so much for vibing out with us. We love you and we thank you. And make sure you guys click the link in the comments so you'll have an opportunity to experience the divine experience with Glendora. All right, guys. So deuces, minds up. Have an amazing day. Bye, Glendora. Bye, Sabine. Bye, Lisa. Bye, everybody that's showing up. Everybody that's in here. Because I don't feel like going back up. Look, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Okay. Deuces.